Welcome to Daily Gossip. You will get daily Hollywood and sports updates here. Remember to subscribe for the latest videos and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of the drama, the glory, and the heartbreak behind the headlines. Today, we take you inside a moment that nearly shattered the legacy of one of boxing's most dominant and revered champions. A night where the monster almost met his match, but instead rose bruised but unbroken to remind the world why he is still the king of the ring. This is the shocking, emotional story of Naoya Inoue's near disaster and stunning TKO over Ramon Cardenas, a fight that may go down as one of the most unforgettable moments in modern boxing history. The lights at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas glared down with relentless intensity, not unlike the pressure weighing on Naoya Inoue's shoulders as he stepped into the ring on May 4th, 2025, undefeated, undisputed, unstoppable. Until now, fans had gathered from all corners of the globe to watch their hero defend his super bantamweight title against the relatively unheralded yet deeply dangerous Mexican challenger, Ramon Cardenas. What was expected to be a formality quickly spiraled into a night of fear, fire, and ultimately a fight that tested every ounce of Inoue's legendary resolve. The opening bell rang with a crackle of electricity in the air. Round 1 passed uneventfully, with Inoue maintaining his typical technical brilliance. His jab like a piston, his movement like poetry in motion. But no one, absolutely no one, was prepared for what came next. In the second round, in a moment that sent shockwaves through the arena and had fans clutching their heads in disbelief, Ramon Cardenas landed a devastating left hook that dropped Naoya Inoue to the canvas. It was only the second time in Inoue's career that he'd been knocked down, and it was stunning. The crowd fell silent, then erupted. Was this the night the monster would be slayed? Was the unthinkable about to happen? For several seconds, time stood still. Inoue blinked, shook his head, got to his feet, blood trickled from his mouth. And then something happened. Something almost cinematic. The glint in Inoue's eye changed. It was no longer the glimmer of confidence. It was the blaze of fury. From that moment, the tone of the fight changed dramatically. Cardenas, emboldened by the knockdown, rushed forward, swinging wildly, hoping to end the fight early. But Inoue had found his rhythm. He began to slip and counter, moving like a phantom, his feet barely seeming to touch the canvas. With every round, Inoue clawed back control, displaying the kind of heart that only legends possess. The crowd, initially stunned, began to roar again, louder this time, as if willing him back into the fight. By the fourth round, the bleeding had stopped, and Inoue's accuracy had returned. He targeted Cardenas's body with surgical precision, mixing blistering combinations with deceptive head movement. Cardenas, despite his early heroics, began to tire. The emotional energy of the early knockdown was fading. And still, Inoue came. Round after round, punch after punch, he turned pain into purpose. By the sixth, it was clear that Inoue was back in full control, though the threat of another big shot from Cardenas lingered like a shadow. But Inoue, the master tactician, had seen enough. He began setting traps, cutting angles, and landing uppercuts that snapped Cardenas's head back. The crowd began to chant, "Inoue! Inoue!" in a chorus that echoed through the Las Vegas Strip. Then came round 8, the final act in this modern gladiatorial drama. Inoue exploded with a flurry that left Cardenas stunned. A left-right combination, followed by a brutal hook to the liver, had Cardenas stumbling. Inoue pressed, unrelenting, launching a barrage of punches that forced the referee to step in and wave it off. It was over. Naoya Inoue had done it. He had survived disaster and emerged victorious. The crowd erupted in a standing ovation, not just for the win, but for the warrior spirit they had witnessed. Inoue's team swarmed the ring. His eyes welled up. He raised his hands, bloodied but triumphant, and then fell to his knees. Overwhelmed by the emotional toll of the night, it wasn't just about defending a title. It was about proving something to himself. And to everyone who doubted, "I was caught, yes," Inoue said in the post-fight interview. "But champions rise. That is what makes a monster." His words sent chills down the spine of every fan listening. Analysts called it one of the most dramatic title defenses in recent history. Commentators debated whether this fight elevated Inoue's legacy even further. Not for domination, but for resilience. "He showed he's not just a technician," said one pundit. "He's a warrior." In the days that followed, social media exploded. Fans from Japan flooded Twitter and Instagram with messages of pride and inspiration. Cardenas, too, was hailed for his courage. Despite the loss, his knockdown of Inoue had earned him respect and admiration across the boxing's world. But it was Inoue who walked away with the belts, and a new chapter written in his already legendary career. With 30 wins and no defeats, Inoue's eyes are now set on Murodjon Akhmadaliev, the next challenger, scheduled for September. That fight, fans say, may determine whether Inoue remains at super bantamweight or moves up to the featherweight division, a move that would place him among a rarefied class of multi-division champions. But no matter where he goes next, one thing is certain: Naoya Inoue has once again proved that he is not only a boxer of extraordinary skill, but a symbol of heart, tenacity, and the spirit of true greatness. What happened in Las Vegas wasn't just a fight. It was a story of survival, of falling and rising, of human vulnerability and superhuman comeback. A moment when one of boxing's most feared men showed that even monsters bleed. But it's how they respond that defines their legend. And on May 4th, 2025, Naoya Inoue didn't just defend a title, he cemented a legacy. Thanks for watching Daily Gossip. If this fight gave you chills, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more dramatic sports and celebrity updates. Tap that notification bell so you're always first to know when history is made. Until next time, stay bold, stay curious, and never miss a moment of the gossip that matters.